And the irony of all this is that even if they wanted to shut down the Department of Homeland Security, unless they pass a bill deauthorizing that department, they can't shut it down. During the break, I received an email through Mr. Producer from Marco Rubio's office objecting to the story in the Las Vegas Review, which they said did not accurately write what Marco Rubio said at that press event, and they understand that that story is going to be updated shortly. And I have the transcript, the whole transcript, and one of the things I will not do on this program is purposely push misinformation or disinformation. So I'm going to read to you the transcript from that event about what Marco Rubio believes should be done with the Department of Homeland Security. I think it would be very disruptive to yank DACA away from people who are already working and have received their permits. Even though I don't agree with it, it would be disruptive to do that. What I've talked about, I'm reading this word for word, what I've talked about repealing is the new order that's been issued. But I think we need to do this legislatively. I still think we have to deal with that issue, but the only way to deal with that issue is in 3 steps. We do not have the votes or the support to do it in a comprehensive fashion. We'll have to do it in 3 steps. Step 1 is to show the American people that we're serious about bringing future illegal immigration under control. Step 2 is reforming our legal immigration system so that it works better, so it's less costly, more efficient, and better for our country. Step 3 is dealing reasonably with the people that have been here for a long period of time, have not otherwise violated our laws, allowing them to come forward, undergo background checks, pay a fine, and in return receive a work permit. They'll have to be in the status for about 10 years, and after that, they'll be allowed to apply for permanent residency. But we have to do it in those steps. That's the only way possible for moving forward. There's been 3 efforts to do it in a comprehensive bill, and all 3 have been met with failure here in the last decade. This is Marco Rubio. He goes on. Well, there's been efforts to go to a vote on this DHS issue, and I think that's a place where we can perhaps put in place step 1 of the 3-step process. Unfortunately, so far the Democrats refuse to give us the votes necessary to go on the bill. But the rules of the Senate, you need 60 votes to begin debate, and without the 60 votes to begin debate, they won't even give us the 60 votes to begin debate on the topic. On DACA, this was Obama's original illegal order. Eventually that program has to end. It cannot be the permanent policy of the United States. What I'm not advocating is that we cancel it right now at this moment because you already have people that have signed up for it. They're working. They're going to school. It would be deeply disruptive. But at some point it has to come to an end. It can't be the permanent policy. My hope is that it will come to an end because it's replaced by permanent solution like the one I've outlined through the 3-step process. Now, I think what they're saying is Rubio did not say that we should fund the Department of Homeland Security without the immigration language defunding that part that functions as a result of Obama's unconstitutional fiat. Despite all the rest that I read, and we can debate it, we can get into it with the senator and so forth. That's what he's saying, and he's saying he did not say fund it at all costs. What I'm saying still is that there's a misunderstanding here, and I don't believe he's the only one, that the damn thing is funded at all costs, that over 80% of the employees will be working, no matter what happens in February, that ICE will be working, that the Border Patrol will be working, that the Secret Service will be working. And by the way, this Department of Homeland Security, it's a big white elephant. It's not all Secret Service and Border Security. When Bush 43 put this department together, they put in like 21 or 22 agencies that have been in other departments. Some of them are disastrous. Some of them need to be streamlined. So here we have Republicans defending every damn penny that's going to be spent on this department. And the fact of the matter is, they don't even know what they're talking about. You're not going to defund the Department of Homeland Security. Don't you get it? When 200,000 of 231,000 employees have to show up for work? Now, come on, let's get our facts straight. And that's a fact. So why aren't the people celebrating on Capitol Hill? Why aren't the Republicans grateful? Why aren't they celebrating that other people have figured it out for them, including me? Great. Then the Democrats can't win. That's what they ought to say. Great. And they ought to be at every microphone, whether it's in Las Vegas, whether it's an interview on 60 Minutes, wherever it is, explaining what I've just explained. Not because I've explained it, but because it's helpful to them. Now here's my step one, Senator, and all senators and all candidates. Step one, who overstayed their temporary visas? Step two, did they sign legal applications saying that they would only be in the country for a temporary period of time? Step three, if you signed one of those applications and you violated your visa status, you are in fact to be deported. That's not a 3-year-old or a 6-year-old. That's a liar. Now that's 30 to 40% of the illegal aliens. I don't know why these senators and congressmen and these party leaders in the Republican Party treat every illegal immigrant like they're the same, like they're all escaping prison or torture or murder. What about the person who came here on a temporary student visa, finished their learning, and decided to stay? Oh, poor fella. Oh, my God, we can't throw that person out. Why the hell not? What about if somebody comes with a circus, an elephant rider? You have to get visas for that, too. And they're only supposed to stay 3, 4, 5 months as long as the circus is in town. And I don't mean Congress. And that person says, oh, screw it, I'm staying. Well, why shouldn't that person be deported? Oh, well, we can't deport them. That's not American. It's always been American. So these are my questions for the Senator, Lindsey Graham and Marco Rubio and John McCain. These are my questions for John Boehner and Mitch McConnell and everybody else. Why do you treat illegal aliens as if they're all the same person from all the same country? That's step one, in my humble opinion. And there's another step one while we're doing that. Do these men and women believe that when they voted, or when Congress voted in 2006, to build a double-fenced physical barrier on our southern border, much of it, did they believe at the time when they voted for that it's some kind of game? Why would you vote for that and not fund it? How can we trust anybody to do anything? The Republicans voted for that. It was under a Republican president. What of that? That's part of step one, too. Got another step one. This all should be happening simultaneously. Anybody with a criminal record, why are they here? See, people, the purpose of our immigration laws, this is what these politicians don't get and what they should explain. The purpose of our Luis Gutierrez, hello. The purpose of our immigration laws is not to accommodate foreigners who came to this country illegally or their children. The purpose of immigration laws, ladies and gentlemen, is to accommodate America. Did you know that? It's true. It's all upside down. It's not to accommodate the Mexican Foreign Ministry and its consulates, or the Honduran government, or the Guatemalan government, or any other government. The purpose of our immigration laws is to improve American society. Now, how are you going to improve American society with an endless wave of illegal immigrants? With no respite. Just an endless wave of illegal immigrants. No country can survive that. Look what's happening to Europe. It's collapsing. You don't build an economy this way. No. You're deconstructing America. To use a word in a title of a book written by Arthur Schlesinger Jr., a liberal Democrat historian, a Kennedy guy. No. This isn't conservative or liberal, Republican or Democrat. Some of us love this country. We believe in this country. It doesn't mean we think everybody should be deported or nobody should be allowed in. What it does mean is that when you have waves and waves and waves of people coming in, you're destroying your society. You're doing exactly what Obama said he wanted to do, fundamentally transforming this country. And he's doing it illegally. And he's doing it unconstitutionally. And he's draining our resources at the same time. I've had about a damn enough of it.